Ben's funeral. We should be ashamed of ourselves. I'm talking about those of us who are not designated or can't be designated as elders. It's on us. There's no way we can't throw $5, $10 each one of us and send our ancestors off with the dignity that they deserve. For Dr. Wilson to pass away, she did. It's ridiculous. It's horrible. Dr. Ben the same way. Nah, that's over. That's over. Somebody else. Morel, were you?
This young man.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry, brother. Caleb, go right ahead.
No, I just wanted to ask Dr. Baruti about what you talked about when I was talking about Ghazi, talking about I guess the historical relevance to homosexuality in Uganda, if that was actually true or not.
What's the question?
He's asking about the evidence that people keep trying to bring up about African origins of homosexuality.
Yes.
Great question. I think in terms of the truth of liars, I remember studying how African people were scientifically proven to be the intellectual inferiors of Europeans during our enslavement. It was in the scientific journals, conversations, newspapers, magazines, everywhere, that we were scientifically proven. It was a fact. There weren't any questions in America about our intellectual inferiority. That was a lie. That was nothing but a straight up lie, which they proved to be true. These people can manufacture anything, and because the media is behind them, this one little example can become the norm for African traditions. Okay, so we have to be, to me, that one of the points on there, we have to know that homosexuality has no African origins. And then the rest of this stuff can be dismissed. Because they're going to continue to come up with it. I wouldn't be surprised if soon the oracles are my eye. Weren't we really? Because these people do that. Okay, we have to know. I know that there was no homosexuality in traditional African society. I don't need research. I don't need to debate it. Okay? So people like Ghazi, who said I taught him, I can just dismiss out of hand. People like Daniel Black at Clark Atlanta University, I can dismiss out of hand because I know that they are nothing but the minions of Urugu, trying to turn us into Europeans, and I know that they're getting paid for this. Okay, so don't expend undue energy dealing with nonsense. Now talk to those folks who don't know, who want to listen, who want to know, want to understand, or you're gonna burn yourself out. Okay, talk to them, explain to them as best as they can understand. And the test of that is them going out and doing their own research or thinking on their own.
Yes, sir. Okay. Two more. We're going to go two more and then we're done. Arafat, Janine, what you all said?
I had a question for
Please.
Dr. Baruti.
Yes.
Are you familiar with the news bad happening called Men Going Their Own Way?
I am.
It's basically, maybe forgot about that. Morel can better explain it, but it's basically men going their own way, not really settling down.
MGTOW.
It's like a white man's version of white feminism, but there's some black men joining this bad. So I just want to know, what do you think of that?
I'm amazed at what we will follow. It's like I hadn't heard of that, but that's not a surprise because everything that they do, we want to jump on the bandwagon. We want to become like that. So if whether it's religion or education or what have you, it's like we define ourselves based upon being a part of some insanity that they're involved with. So I'm not, homosexuality for that matter, that's not us. We jumped on that bandwagon. Pedophilia, we jumped on that bandwagon, and we're going to be jumping more on that bandwagon. So it's like when we do stuff that imitates them, especially when it works against us, I'm absolutely not surprised. I'm saddened, but I'm absolutely not surprised. I expect that to happen. I expect more to happen, and I don't say it very often because people say, oh, well, you're being pessimistic, and you don't. No, I can see it coming because this is what we have been doing, and this is where it is going. Okay, I knew that same-sex marriage was going to be legalized. Yep. I knew that the bathrooms were going to become one because that's the only way that you can continue to push those perversions. Yeah, in another 5 or 6 years, all of the bathrooms are going to be like that. And there are going to be enough children violated in the process, but these people will become martyrs. I know that all of the folks who are locked up in prison for doing some sexual insanity are going to come out soon as martyrs. Okay. Because this is their reality. It's not our reality. This their reality, and their reality is homosexual. To say European is to say homosexual.
Yep. Homosexuality is a death sentence.
Yes, it is.
That's why white people are dying.
That's amazing. That's absolutely.
Because if you don't have children, it's death. You can't have children if you're homosexual.
Oh, well, that's right. We got to understand that we're not different than them. That's right. Arafat, say it, please. And it's very appropriate that you be the last question. This is our young lion, Arafat. Please give him up. So, before I do, just thank you to everybody who was involved in putting this together. Please, at your earliest convenience, visit Zazz Restaurant in Hyde Park. It's delicious. Fruits and Blessings on Blue Hill Avenue. These are all black-owned businesses. Fruits and Blessings on Blue Hill Avenue. I want to say 1290, something like that. Blue Hill Avenue. It is excellent. Great smoothies, great fruit, fresh vegetables. Go right up there and patronize it.
Give it up for Solid. So my question was just about, because now I guess I'm getting a little bit older, and my first niece just went to college, and I worked at a college for a little while. And now I'm finding myself having to have discussions with her about feminism or anti-masculinity camouflage as feminism. And I wanted, from your experience at Morehouse, is there anything that we should be doing to groom the kids for the messages they're going to be getting once they go to college, and they're not, very close to our proximity as much as they were when they're, in high school and middle school.
The answer is to be a lot more simple.
Ten Commandments.
Maybe than it should be. But there is a, in fact, it's in the Lucia, which is Kemetic teachings, and it said, raise your children up, I'm paraphrasing, raise your children up to think like you do, to understand the world through your eyes. If they grow up and follow in that path, then reward them, they've done good work. If they take another path, they go against you, then disavow them because they are not your children. Your job is to give, and I know that's harsh, but that's harsh because this is Western culture and the way we've been taught to think in Western culture. Our ancestors were very clear about order and disorder. So if you have given your child all that you could give them, from what you know at that time, you can't fault yourself for what you didn't know at that time, then that's all you can do, because they're grown. That would think they are at that point in time. So you have to let them go knowing that you gave them your best. There's an African proverb that I like to issue the warning, some will survive. When I first heard it, I didn't like it, but I understand now. Your job, just like you can't make anybody African. Your job is to give them the information that they can deal with, they can tolerate, that they can think about, and then let them go. Find, somebody else is going to find you who needs you. Okay? But if you've given your child all that you can, all the truth that you can either know that they're going to find their way, or you can worry yourself to death. I'll ask.
One more time, please, for Professor Mwalimu Baruti. One more time for the entertaining genie of the Southeast. Number one A. Up in the easy. What you gotta say, my king? My man.